Katie and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can tell, is going to be all about rowing and row form. So good form is all about being as efficient as you can with your energy, as well as the momentum of the flywheel, and being sure that you can maintain that for a long period of time, whether that's for a fitness race or for an endurance effort. So whether you're brand new to the row or whether you're pretty familiar with it, this series is going to help you a lot. I remember back in 2023 during the Deka World Championships, I look back at those videos and I cringe. My form was awful and I had no idea. So this overhaul I have done in my own row form, and I've helped several folks at my gym and my clients, and they have all had really great success using these tips and these form corrections to improve their row times and efficiency. So especially if you are familiar with the row and have been doing it for a while, it takes time and really close attention to be able to rip up that foundation and start laying new patterns, new habits, and forming new muscle memory. And this is especially important come race day, because when you are tired and fatigued, you're going to revert back to whatever form you've practiced the most. Hopefully, that's going to be some pretty good form. So phase one is a general overview. If you're brand new to the row, this is for you. This is all about creating distinction. We want to make sure that we're distinguishing the row and not just making one big jumble of all the stages of our row. So a great way to think about this is legs, body, arms, arms, body, legs. So if we're able to take it in those phases, we'll be able to distinguish those specific aspects of the drive and recovery phase, which we're coming to in just a minute. But if you're brand new to the row, I recommend 5 minutes after every workout, just so you can get accustomed to the row, and we don't have to go crazy with the damper setting. We can just go right in the middle at that 5, just to help you slow down and practice that legs, body, arms, arms, body, legs, and get really good at that first. And once you've done that, we're gonna roll on to phase 2, the details. So once we've got the basic flow down, let's look at the specific phases of the row here. First off, you have your drive, your release, your recovery, and then your catch. So when we're looking at form today, we'll divide it up into those specific phases. First up is the catch. On the catch, we want to have those heels adjusted low enough so that the strap is across the ball of the feet. Hands are wide on the handle, with the hands up where the chain is near the top of the cage. We're going to lean the body forward with a tall posture, so we're sitting on the sit bones. We're going to start with the knees over the heels, keeping a vertical shin. We're going to feel weight shifted into the balls of our feet here, like we're coiled up and ready to explode back into the drive. And speaking of the drive, here we want the handle and the seat to move at the same speed and distance throughout the leg drive. It's great to watch this one in the mirror to make sure that they're moving at the same speed. The torso will keep upright through the leg drive until a powerful hip extension to swing the torso back. And the arms just keep momentum at the end of the drive. So a lot of times when we're rowing, we think of this as a pull motion, but in reality, the lower body at the front end of that drive is critical. So really with this, we'll think about pushing through the legs. This is a push dominant motion. It's an upper body pull, yes, but only at the very end. One great way to make sure that you're using the potential for every stroke and not missing out on any power is to check your force curve. By clicking into your performance monitor, you can check to make sure that you're doing a standard bell curve and not having an incline, decline, or an M shape in your curve to where you're losing power in any of those areas. And next up is the release. At the back end of the drive, we want to make sure that handle is at the low chest, elbows are back and down, the torso is going to be leaning back, and the knees are fully extended. This is where I've gone wrong a lot in the past, because I was convinced that the high pull up to the neck was way more efficient and got more meters because the chain was going farther, but in reality, you're not going to gain any extra meters by bringing it up, you're just going to fatigue your upper back more. And on the recovery, we'll push our arms down slightly as they extend. The torso is going to come back upright as the knees bend, and the handle and the seat are going to move at the same speed and distance back to the front of the rail. Relax, make sure to inhale and breathe as you're coming back to the catch. So I know those are a lot of very specific details to implement with your row, and it's a lot to handle at first. So make sure you're just implementing 1 or 2 things at a time. Take a week to really focus on honing in with those specific details before adding more on top of it. So if you found this helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe down below, and make sure to subscribe to my Fit Tips email list if you like tips like this. And if you want to learn what stats to track and how to read this performance monitor, go ahead and watch this next video. It's just for you. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.